Oh, yeah. Get us started, Kevin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Make a motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. We have an agenda.
Motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Minutes approved.
Bless you, my child. Bless you again.
Thank you.
This is where I do this. Communications.
Oh, just regular complaints, I guess. Just about the mowing jobs again.
Oh, I got that call too.
Mowing?
We need to make sure that doesn't happen again.
I did.
You did? Like, for real? Because I was told that you've been called
Yeah,
and
so
nothing
we-
ever gets done. I said, well, you got called and I got called and we're a little bit more,
Same person?
yeah.
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 Told him, I gave him Nick's number.
Well,
Yeah,
I
he-
told this guy that me and Kevin actually follow through and we'll take care of it. So,
I went out there.
What are you being called about?
Ditch mowers mowing in,
When it's wet.
in somebody's yard.
Yeah, where they mow the ditch for us and it looks nice. and-
Yeah, I had a nice talk with Nick and told him that, and he goes, yeah, he's been talking to me, it can't happen anymore. There's no reason to be in somebody's yard.
No, they're don't, pull it up.
Yeah.
It's not hard to do.
So like when you mow it, they can't move over. Yeah, they just stay in the ditch the whole way.
Yeah.
You can see the ruts.
I
do mine.
Yeah.
You do it,
Huh?
they don't touch it.
Yeah, they shouldn't.
So you mean even if it's.
No, they did it to my, they did, he
Even if
did,
it's mowed, they just go.
yeah, they did it to my place too.
Just drive on through.
So I got a nice rut right down to my right now.
And he brought that up too. He said that. Said he contacted you last year too.
I showed you guys pictures from last year, remember?
And I was told that you got a phone call from this guy, and the first thing you said, you laughed and you go, let me guess, and you told him exactly what happened.
Yeah, I said, mine's done too.
So I told him he finally called the right individual, so.
No wonder I have bust marks down my back.
They're duals.
Yeah. I'm not having bust, I only had one tire.
Yeah. I had Board of Health this week, a nice 3-hour meeting. Partially because we had the new, behavioral health region, from the state, the employees come and talk, and there was a lot of discussion about how that's not working, and some of the people on our board were upset with the state and whatever, so that was kind of an interesting discussion. And then, then we had that market value based wage adjustment discussion again that was tabled from the last week to take 2 employees' base wage up, which there really is no base wage. And after much discussion, we decided that that's not going to work and that we want to wait for the new director to come in and maybe potentially go down the road of starting more performance evaluations and merit-based wage increases rather than just cost of living. So that will be something maybe later to talk about. But
So how's that all treated differently than everybody else? It seems like they get that raise and then they get the county raise.
yeah, well, they did, when you were on board, you guys did the base wage for the nurses and the CNAs. So this is for, well, one of them is a nurse, but it was basically they're saying that the base wage isn't in line with the rest. Well, the base wage isn't what we're paying, right? That's if we rehire. Let's say it's, I'm just gonna throw out $24, right? But we're actually paying 28 something because this person has had the raises over the years. But that's why we said we don't go off of base wage, right? Like we go off of your real. Anyways, it was quite a lengthy conversation, and I think maybe down the road there might be something there, but as of right now, there wasn't interest.
I had early childhood and same
just normal stuff, approved the budget, and they approved the preschool scholarships that the families can get, so, and just talk about normal stuff. That's it.
I have the radio governing board meeting. You guys, I think, got that same email about the insurance, so just a lot of dissatisfaction that that's not moving along, so hopefully with the notice that'll get going. They're talked with the hospital about, putting the BDA's boosters in the hospital and the cost, and the hospital's working very well with the covering some of the cost and stuff. So it's been pretty easy to work with them. And then they've asked, and I talked to Brandy a little bit about it, about making the governance board position specific. So it would be having a board member, the sheriff, EMS, 911, and EMA as the board members, which it is right now. But by making a position instead of name, if we have a person that leaves and gets replaced in the middle of the year, they would just move into that position. So if they're replaced, what the replacement would be. But so that's pretty much all we talked about. The transition is in progress now. So.
Okay. I went out with Sherry Lutz to look at on the corner in Conray, where turned by REA. There's it's become pretty much a wetlands. Find out if the tile was broken in our ditch and how that works. Call the guy that comes, hopefully he comes up today, look at the tile, see what that is. While I was waiting for Sherry to show up, I went and checked Linda's old office for equipment, because that's our equipment. It's slowly disappearing. Yeah. So I got a call into the executive director. They're supposed to call me back, and they're not supposed to be in there as far as I know, unless somebody out here is giving me permission.
No, I was there when I,
Because we were gonna use that equipment when somebody needs something in the county.
Right. But it's disappearing, huh?
Yeah, there's a desk gone, I think a file cabinet's gone. Yeah, the short ones. But the lady had got a hold of us, said, yeah, they took the desk upstairs and it wasn't upstairs. I go, excuse me.
So they're actually like just commandeering and using it, you think? It's not leaving the building.
No, I think it's just being used otherwise, but still it's ours to divvy out now.
Right.
Just accommodate her. And then we talked about the mowers on the ditches. I found a washer on the road, I was doing all that, and then John and I met with the sheriff. Discuss how supposedly the protocol works for the transfer of power. Would you print that out?
Yeah.
On the what?
The,
Oh, protocol.
yeah,
I talked to Tim, and then Tim McMean gave me to Tim Dillard, and he gave us opinions on how this is all supposed to work. If there's any questions on that, I can, so if Rob gets replaced, say tonight, then the chief deputy automatically becomes the temporary sheriff.
and then we have to post,
Yeah, there's, is that on here?
yeah,
Yeah, they're supposed to make sure that how that's all done.
That would be, the notice should be something like that.
Right, and then is it on there? I know it's our responsibility of how that works for the fall election. How does somebody get on the ballot?
It looks to me like reading this, it says that this person will fill the term, which the term wouldn't go till the next election, right?
it's correct. It's following the law. It follows all three prongs from Brenneberg's AG opinion. And that was for the salary of $134,971, which will be, let me figure that out, what percent that would be. So. a 7.3% raise roughly.
Sorry, I missed the point.
You say 7.3?
Yeah. So, and just so we know, it was 2.75 for secondary roads. That was the arbitration rate. So that's what she would tell Nick to figure for his employees. And then 3%, I think, is what we balanced in the budget for everybody else.
Everybody that we have control over.
Obviously, we don't, this isn't a decision-making thing today, but just so we have agreement in what we tell Brandy to ask people to figure out, we'll take a look at it and then approve it later. But I thought that's what we should do for next week's agenda, is probably get that taken care of. So that way she has time to do all the payroll and other work before the new year starts.
So we had two figures when we talked. We had the 135 and the 142.
I went back to,
I can't remember what the difference was. Remember that sheet there?
You were keeping the point 3.
I think it's still wrong. Well, it was 0.3.
we ended up changing that. But after, remember, this was in that meeting and then you and I met with him afterwards and we talked about which salaries to use. So I went back to what we talked about with him that day. And that's where that 134 came from.
Oh, okay. No, that sounds fair. I mean, it's definitely between the two, so.
Yeah, yes. I think this was more in line with what we talked about with Rob that day. And
Yeah, so then I think if you could send out maybe too, how that figure came about too.
to you guys,
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's gonna be similar to this, but not the same.
yep, I can do that. I got it. But, and I don't mean to like railroad the conversation. It's just something that I've been kind of thinking about for a while and
No, but I think if we can all get it on paper and look at all the, just like you said, like sheet figures for the other ones and stuff, so.
yes, I will share this to you. I have it right here.
So it doesn't matter.
And I sent you guys some information on the state question and answer on meal reimbursement. It's kind of a lot to swallow, so it's gonna take some reading, but. I think that it seems like with those procedures for like reimbursements for that and stuff and travel, seems like eventually there's always some wrench gets thrown in it that you're like, oh, we need to cover this.
There's 2 pages.
Just one.
Oh, there's your copy.
Any other thoughts on that? Any? Let's see, I was easy to.
Just having an off conversation about pay.
Yeah, well, we gotta get it on the agenda for next week and
Just like when Rob retires, or does he immediately become a sheriff and get his pay? Or not until he's appointed, I think.
not until they're appointed, I don't think.
Yeah, there may be,
Yeah, because it says assumes the office.
Assumes the office, but yeah, he's not. We'll have to ask Daley about that too,
Are you gonna ask them about that?
about the pay.
Mhm.
Yeah, can. Like I said, I was assuming that until he's appointed.
I don't know, I'd probably go the opposite. I think if you're acting, like when I know it's different departments, when I was acting sergeant,
You got sergeant pay,
Okay. Either way, I don't care.
just so we know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want that on the agenda for, will you put that on the agenda?
I'd still go through it with Tim.
That's, I'm gonna call him after this.
And does that give you enough time to get those back to put it on next week's agenda?
Probably.
Okay.
If not, I'll be in touch.
Okay, so I am going to be gone. I can call in, but I'm gonna be in Florida, so
Oh, that's right, forgot about that.
I think Tuesday at noon.
Something else I wanted to bring up about the meal reimbursement. We probably should address different types of beverages.
Oh, that's right, you talked about that.
Or items, consumables that we shouldn't be paying for.
Drinks with HTH or whatever you call it.
Yeah, THC, put it in policies with alcohol, yeah. Yeah,
Because we don't have anything like that currently.
yeah.
So it probably wouldn't be a bad idea, so,
It's gotta be addressed somebody.
yeah. I don't feel like the county should be paying for somebody who controls substance.
Okay. I'll do some digging around, ask some other counties and,
I guess they do. Only policy's so good until somebody finds it. That's why you make them up, because you don't know, didn't even think about that.
Yeah, keep, you know.
so other than that, Brandy, is there anything else that we need to do for budget or for like,
We'll do appropriations probably the end of June.
sweet?
Yeah.
I can't think of anything else that we can put on the agenda.
Next week, I just have a knit. I'll have you guys schedule canvas next week. I'm gonna need to look at my dates to be sure what date's gonna work best for us. But it'll probably be the 9th. But I will let you know.
How long are you going?
Tuesday through Saturday.
You leaving in a second?
Yeah, I'm voting in Amana and then going to the airport and saying bye. Yeah,
Are you getting on your phone? Refresh.
no, I'm gonna bury that in the sand. I do not, like,
You don't
I'm
wanna
already
know?
dreading it. The communications that I already have are insane.
You listening to the Rascal Flats? Tozen?
Yeah.
That's insane.
That's
Yeah.
not Rascal Flat.
No, it's not.
Hey, doesn't really matter. I get
No, it
knowledge.
doesn't.
Once again, there's that bus coming at me.
Yeah, no, I'm ready to get the heck out of here.
Oh, geez, I set up every night, refresh.
I'm just
Thanks,
gonna,
Frankie.
I think I'm just gonna turn my phone back on at like 11:30 midnight and then I'm sure I'll know either way. I don't need to look at any results. But, one thing too, I should mention about the stipends, the reason why I'm suggesting a stipend is it doesn't affect the employees underneath, not that Kevin has employees underneath until he gets his staff, but, for the auditor's office, it would only be tied to her, and then when you give raises the next year, it doesn't affect that, so
You don't get a percentage rate on the stipend.
that's why.
Every year do you have to reapprove the stipend then?
Yes.
I would assume so.
Okay. Just something.
So
we don't
if you
get to
act
do.
up, or if he becomes the chair, we can just
Yeah.
get rid of it.
Like I said, it's,
Or something.
If Kevin's gonna get his staff, it has to be funded under his stipend.
Yeah.
We should rewind this, go back 4 years ago, who would ever thought that Abigail Moss would be wanting to give Kevin Heights into this thing?
You can't make this up. But really,
I know, I'm just saying how the world turns.
yeah.
You know?
I was thinking the other day, I'm
I'm
like,
just hard to get to know.
if I am gone, I'm like, if I leave this place, I'm gonna miss it. I'm really gonna miss it. I'll miss all your pranks. Jared asked me.
Right now, I'm gonna make it time for my meeting.
Do you want to interview her?